and I'm going to read it now. Okay. Damien Thorne is dead, but his prophecy, not to be confused with that prophecy, is reborn. The terror continues. Gene and Karen York are the living embodiment of the American dream. Rich, influential attorneys. They have everything a couple could want, except a child. When the Yorks learn of a beautiful baby girl waiting to be adopted, they instantly fall in love with baby Delia and adopt her. But terror and destruction seem to follow Delia where But terror and destruction seem to follow Delia wherever she goes. The priest who baptized her mysteriously dies. The psychic fair she attends.
Why does every tape you read have spoilers?
Yeah, literally.
You're really making it up.
Do you want to swing? Okay. Okay, hold on. The psychic fair she attends burns in a fiery holocaust. I don't know if I would have used that word.
Yeah.
And her nanny falls from a second-story window, impaling herself on a merry-go-round.
Such a spoiler.
Soon, Delia's mother begins to question the coincidence of these catastrophes. And it should be like the other movie.
Yeah.
All right. Her thoughts can't help but turn toward the biblical prophecy of Armageddon.
Whoa.
I know when there's a bunch of coincidental things like, oh man, that guy like fell off a thing and that guy, I'm like, well, this clearly has to do with Armageddon.
That's right. Just like an eclipse and an earthquake. And
The final confrontation between the forces of good and evil. Well, I thought that was the final confrontation.
yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, that was a conflict.
Oh,
this
that's
is a
right.
confrontation.
That's different. Different types of fights.
They erase conflict when they are typing this out. Oh, wait. Sad.
Yeah, they backspaced
Yeah.
that one fast.
Beginning with the birth of Satan in human form.
Wow.
Again.
Yeah, for a fourth time.
AKA, here's how you sum up this movie. Remember the Omen? Well, what if it was a little girl and no gore?
Wow.
Ooh.
There you go. We got it.
Yay.
This one is so goofy.
Yeah, it is goofy.
There's so many twists and turns, so many different stories. This reminded me of The Bad Seed. It gave me more of that.
It does
kind
feel
of-
like The Bad
wow,
Seed.
it does.
Which
Yeah.
I have not watched the Bad Seed remakes recently. The ones Rob Lowe made.
No, I didn't.
With McKenna
I'm
Grace.
I
sorry,
don't know
hang
if I
on,
watched
what?
those.
I didn't know those existed until recently.
Rob Lowe.
Yeah.
Rob Lowe directed and starred in
Yes.
made-for-TV Bad Seed remake.
No shit.
Starring McKenna Grace, the girl from the new Ghostbusters
Wow.
movies and Hill House. I haven't watched them yet.
Huh.
But yes, it's
Yeah.
very bad
I think I
Seed.
tried watching it, but the original scared me so much.
You seem like you like this one.
I did. I had a lot of fun. I love 90s TV movies. And
Yes.
when you
They are
said that,
great.
it's just like, oh, yep, that makes sense.
The big tell that this was a 90s TV movie is that the decapitation in this one cuts right before the guy when he like his car loses control and like it slices. It cuts.
Yeah.
It cuts to a child's ball with a clown
Oh,
face on
yeah.
it rolling.
That's right.
And I'm like, oh, that's fucking hilarious.
That makes so much sense.
This
'cause-
movie,
wow.
the story is either a bland rehash or just really stupid. But it's ridiculously
It's
fun.
silly. Yeah.
They get a nanny who's like one of those real big crystal people.
Yeah,
Which is, okay, that's not Christian to have crystals.
I know.
That's why made no sense. Like,
But that's why I'm just like, why is
we don't believe in
Delia?
crystals.
Why
yeah,
is
the
that's
power of
like
crystals. No.
sacrilegious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but that's the point. I don't know why Delia was so mad about the crystals.
Yes,
You think she'd be
exactly.
like, yeah, crystals are definitely real.
Yes.
I believe in it. Everyone should believe it. Don't go to church.
Well, I think it had to do more with like the psychics,
yeah.
because the psychics can tell that.
Oh yeah, psychics exist. So crystals apparently do work.
Yes.
Even though we figured out Christianity is real in this universe, but crystals work. It's like Indiana Jones. Every religious relic in Indiana Jones is like, all right, well, they can't all be right at the same time.
Yeah.
There's going to be some conflict here, a final conflict maybe.
That's right. That's right. Now you're talking.
Yeah, so the crystals work. There are now psychics, and I mean, I guess there was like in a way, the photographer's pictures were kind of predicting stuff.
Yeah,
So
it
I
was-
guess that could be a thing.
Also,
That's a good
why is the psychic fair happening?
Is
I-
Perfect time to have a psychic fair.
I love like the jean jacket.
Oh,
hippie
that
dude.
guy is
Oh, he was
fucking
fun.
awesome.
Yeah, he was
like,
cute.
Her negative energy.
He
I
was like
feel
getting
it.
sick. He was like, I gotta
Feel
get
it.
out of here.
Funny thing about psychics though is like they're lying.
Yeah.
It's all liars. Psychics aren't real.
Like, also,
agree.
yeah, we don't believe in that.
I will say though, I loved the scene when the babysitter, nanny, or whatever lifted up the blanket to her crystals and they
Yeah.
were all black.
Oh no, my crystals are like
That was fucking
All right.
cool as shit.
So again, the plot's very generic. It's like, who is this baby? Let's look up her origin, and then everyone gets killed. It's the Omen.
Yeah.
It's literally
Yeah.
the Omen again. Pretty much.
And she looks like she's just hiding a smile the entire movie.
But this one, if there were any
She's
doubt,
cute.
if there were any doubts that Damien was unsure if he was the Antichrist in this, Delia is very aware of who she is.
Super aware
She
from
is,
day
that's so
one.
true.
Yeah. Oh, and I love that our Rottweiler shows up to stop her from getting hit by a truck, and they're like, "Well,
Uh-huh.
now we got to adopt this."
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
Oh,
our
yeah.
dog now.
If I had to pick a child in the movies that scared me the most, it was definitely her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Delia-
She scares the shit out of me.
She's like Damien. Like again, Damien was like a cute kid. And
Yeah.
stuff. This girl, it's just like, oh, she is.
Yeah.
she is
Bad
in on it,
news.
and she's thrilled.
Yeah.
It's like if you took the adult Damien and put it in kid form.
Yes,
Like,
1000.
Well,
yeah,
well.
kind of. Yeah,
Yeah, she's just a bad seed.
yeah. She's. But I love. The goofiness of it. Like I said, the psychic fair lighting on fire. I'm like, are you kidding me? And then when they find out, like, the nun who was aware of that she was like the devil's kid or whatever, she's now like one of
yeah.
those snake Christians.
Whatever that is.
And
That was
like-
the scariest scene to me in this movie. Because
Oh,
none
yeah.
of these movies are scary.
Yeah,
But that was
wonder-
the scariest.
I wonder. I have to watch the scene again because there was an X-Files episode about like the snake
Oh.
Christians.
I didn't know that was
And
Really?
apparently snakes, according to the behind the scenes on this DVD, let me know if it's wrong. And Fox was just really mean to a bunch of snakes. Apparently snakes have like little holes and you can actually sew their mouth shut. So they do that sometimes for movies so they don't actually bite you.
Oh.
But you can take them out. Like it's not like
Okay.
that's the thing. They're like holes that naturally exist. So they
Wow.
like figured it out.
I didn't know that.
Again, I saw it in the behind the scenes thing. Let me know if
Cool.
Hollywood's lying and
Huh.
they're just being mean to snakes. So I wonder if that's what they did. But I like that she's like, "Ow, Jesus, blah blah." And then Michael Lerner, famous character actor, who you might know as Mayor Ebert from Godzilla 1998, the character that made fun of Roger Ebert.
Did
You
he
ever seen
just
Godzilla
die?
1998
No.
Matthew Broderick?
I'm trying to think of another movie I know him from.
He is, huh?
He just died?
He died like
Oh, he
recently, within the last few
died?
years, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
So in
R.I.P..
in Godzilla 1998, Roland Emmerich, the guy who did Independence Day and Stargate, he directed that.
Yes.
Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel like shit on all of his movies. So in his Godzilla movie, he made it Mayor Ebert and his assistant Gene.
That's
And they hired
hilarious.
Michael
That's
Lerner because he looks
awesome.
like Roger Ebert. But then like they didn't do anything. They were just kind of assholes. And even Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel were like, well, why didn't you have Godzilla step on us? Like, you could have done so much. Like, they put him in the movie to make fun of him, but then they were, like,
Yep.
afraid. It's like, no, have Godzilla kill us. Go
Yeah,
for it, buddy.
wow.
Anyway,
That's a cool fact.
he shows him the picture, and she's like, oh, no, and all the snakes are
Yes,
right here.
it's so scary.
There's some cool imagery in here, too. Like, when she's in the hospital, and then, like, the thing falls, and it's, like, the inverted cross. She's like, ah.
When she lets out her last breath, that was so
Yeah.
scary.
Dude, yeah, that was that.
That was
that's
the scariest
scary. Yeah,
part.
I agree.
I like
That
I like
scared me.
the psychic photo that shows you your aura,
It's
and
just
it's like
like
and it's
nothing.
Delia like this, and it's all black.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
I like early on when Delia scratches the mom, and by the way, it's so obvious who are the devil's helpers. Like that doctor was so obvious.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
And he's like, oh, what? See, how can it scratch you? Like, oh, it must be the safety pin that I poked myself, and I'm a good actor. It's like, oh, you're in on it, buddy.
The mom was beautiful.
Yeah.
The mom was gorgeous
Yeah,
in
she's
this.
so
Yeah.
I agree.
beautiful.
This movie,
Was this father cheating on her?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Like in the beginning, I thought there was a scene of infidelity
With like him and the babysitter, maybe.
with someone. No, that comes later.
Oh,
Then
okay.
I thought something would happen.
Oh, because
there.
there's a new babysitter who is
Yeah.
like a saint. Yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very wacky and ridiculous, and we gotta talk about Michael Lerner's entire death
can
scene.
I just say it now?
Yeah.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
You know, that's crazy because that literally was in my head watching it.
This is probably my favorite.
The lead
scene.
up to that was
The
just
favorite scene of the movie. So he figured out like it's real, like this girl is demonic, and he's like walking around. So in all these movies, you hear the choir going like, "Oh,
That was pretty
but
good.
this is the first time we've seen the demonic singers, and they're all dressed.
Do they have a photo of it on the back?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
They all
No.
have demon
But
makeup.
this is just a picture of them together. Hey guys, get together.
Yeah.
For the
So
back
he's
of the-
seen like a vision of like what it'll be like, and he's like he's like running around, and he bumps into these guys, and it's like when you watch Gremlins and they're caroling and they're
Yes.
singing the Gremlins theme. That's this. It's like
love
the
it.
demon choir's there and they're singing their own theme. But my favorite is the one that's got the cross and it's like, just in case you don't know I'm evil.
I know, in my head, I'm like, wow, what actor would do that? Like, she was so dedicated. Rent was due.
The fact that she's like, so because
Horrifying.
at this point in the movie, in the series, a little bit in 3, but we haven't seen like demons
Yeah.
or like devils, and I'm like, oh, this is the closest we ever
Oh
got.
my
And then
gosh.
the wrecking ball.
Dude.
So it's a cause and effect thing. The wrecking ball comes, and like I love that the wrecking ball is in slow motion, but he's in regular speed.
speed.
And like he just looks like he just like gives up. He's like like slow but
Yep.
him and like
Yeah, just waiting for it.
it's like Austin Powers. Stop! And the steamroller's
yeah.
coming. Stop! He's like 100 feet away.
Yeah.
And he just gets fucking annihilated.
I really didn't want him to die.
I know.
He was awesome.
I love
Mm-hmm.
man.
this introduction too, where
Yes.
he's like taking a picture of like the one senator.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
on
no,
the thing,
guy
yeah.
wasn't cheating because he tells me, he's like, yeah, I investigated him. He's pretty clean.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does say that.
I felt bad for the first nanny who died on the merry-go-round because
That
like
was cool.
because
That
later I like later Delia's
Mm-hmm.
laying the same way, kind of mocking it, and the mom sees like the.
Yep. Oh, what
Okay.
a sick little girl.
I almost wish.
Yeah.
I almost wish, and I know I'm gonna betray my whole audience because this would be woke. I almost wish this was a remake. I know it's a lady Antichrist. my satanic Antichrist movie better not be woke, all right? But I mean, if you just eliminated all the stuff that makes this a sequel, it's a better remake than the other remake. It just needed gore. It
Yeah,
needed gore.
that's true.
Yeah.
It definitely
Because the
did.
whole connecting it to the original, it gets real convoluted. So she did. I know Jesus came in and interfered,
Of
but
course.
Damien wasn't stabbed with all the daggers, so you could say that his evil spirit lived on.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure he didn't get that journalist pregnant because
No.
she would. If she was with the Antichrist and she was pregnant, I think she'd be like, "Oh no,
Well-
we're stopping this. No, devil babies."
What?
So but Damien did get around. Remember, teenage Damien had multiple girls. I assume adult Damien had a lot of girls.
That's
too.
a good point. That's a good point.
Or a jackal. Because I don't know if you know this, but Antichrist,
Yeah.
their mothers tend to be jackals.
Oh, they're mothers, right?
No, I think it's the journalist.
I mean, that's the only person we see him sleep with. But
But
but I'm sorry. Early '80s Sam Neill was a handsome man.
Yeah,
He
I
I
did-
agree.
know, but I just thought it was alluding to that woman.
Yeah.
But after seeing the new one, there could be many possibilities.
Yes. So basically, the disciples of the Watch, they stuck around afterwards. They also didn't admit defeat. They're like, no, I'm pretty sure this is gonna come back. Don't
he's-
worry
he's-
about it. Don't worry.
Yep,
about
that's right.
We'll take care of this. So basically, Damien had a backup Antichrist plan
Wow.
where he birthed a girl who has her twin inside her, much like, I know you're gonna say Malignant, probably.
No.
I was thinking of the X-Files episode with the guy who had the twin who could come out of him, kill people, and come
No.
back in. What were you thinking of?
I was thinking of the new one.
Oh, no.
Okay.
So basically,
But inside her. Okay.
yeah, so she has the twin inside her. And they do a whole thing where, like, she falls off a horse and has to be taken to the hospital.
Yeah.
And then the mom goes to the hospital and they put the son inside. So
yeah.
she carried her male brother inside her. And then they put it in the mom so it could be birthed. And I like that whole thing where, like, Delia's trying to, like, be nice with the baby, and the mom's like, no, please stay away from the baby. Please stay away.
Honestly, that's a reaction that I would have too. Because
Yeah.
I mean,
that child.
If you thought your adopted daughter might be a devil and you have your actual kid, yeah, I'd be a little protective too.
So complicated.
Yeah, it's real. Okay, so he had this backup plan. So the one, I guess all the prophecies we learned, the other one, they left that part out.
Yep.
They forgot about that prophecy. So those priests at the end of 3 should have been like, oh, by the way, we really got to make sure he's dead because there's this other prophecy.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Because the whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, why was this made? You know, it'd be really cool if this was Damien's kid. Like that would make it. That would make sense. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, yes.
Who else's
I
kid
knew
would it be? Who else's kid would it be?
I just thought they were remaking it, like you said, just with a girl.
Well, then it wouldn't have been called 4.
I know.
Although, actually, no. Howling 4 is just a remake of Howling 1.
One, that's right. Yeah,
It's literally
it
a
is.
remake of the first movie, but they call it 4. So when I binged them like years ago, I'm like, wait, this is the same movie, but
dude,
really bad.
literally.
You ever see Howling 4?
No. But I saw
They,
your
Have you
episode.
seen the first one? You've
Yes,
seen
we've
it.
seen the first one.
Well,
Yeah, you've
Howling
seen it.
4, they cut down on budget, so they didn't do any on location audio, and everything is ADR. The
Ew.
entire movie is ADR. And Casey, you can tell.
Did Joe Bob Briggs like that one?
I think he thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I think he thought it was funny. Yeah, so, but like my problem now is like, well, okay, is the Jesus baby up to anything? I feel like he'd be like a teenager now. Anything going on with that second coming? Is the world better?
Did he
they're
just
all-
go back to like heaven because like the Antichrist was gone? You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
where
okay,
is
he was definitely going to come and take care of the Antichrist, but I feel like he was also going to, like, you know, try to help out.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the whole point of that. But yeah, they're like, yes, and the 7 nations will be politics, and he's going to rise up. I'm like,
Yeah.
oof. What's the Jesus baby's plan to do this? I'm like, you kind of left out a really big detail if you're making a sequel to 4 or 3.
Yeah.
You kind of have to acknowledge that.
The only person I trust with those is Mel Gibson. He did such a good job.
We were just talking about that, Tony, earlier.
Passion.
Yeah.
Yes, I want a second one.
Tony's.
No. I want a sequel to The Beaver.
Oh, the
The
beaver.
what?
Right.
The Beaver, that movie he did where he has a puppet
Yep.
and it's like his personality because he's a crazy person.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
that.
Jodie Foster's.
Oh, cool.
I want a sequel to Daddy's Home 2 because he was good in Daddy's Home 2.
There's not a third one?
No, they really got to do a third one.
I was hoping Arnold Schwarzenegger would make a cameo in one of those.
Oh, that would be
Like
That
John
would be
Cena's
awesome.
dad.
John C.
Yeah.
Oh God, that'd be
That
great.
would be
Right? I
sweet.
really thought that was going to happen. We were going to see his dad.
Yo, the Daddy's Home movies are underrated.
Yeah, I
they're
agree.
pretty-
They're so much fun.
They're pretty dead. Like I watched me and my ex. We watched like the first one randomly, and we're like, because we thought it'd be stupid. We're like, wow, we're actually really. And then we saw the trailer for the second one. We were like,
So fun.
we gotta go to the
Yeah,
theater
for
that.
sure.
We gotta go to the theater for Daddy's Home too. And then we watched. We're like, this is great.
So yeah, put Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yeah.
in the third one.
Yeah. So it falls apart in the fact that it is a sequel and it has no gore, but it would have been a decent made-for-TV remake.
Yes.
If they just went that route. I have a soft spot for this one. This is the
Yeah.
one before like my parents got like HBO or Cinemax. This is the one that would play on TV the most. So I saw it before the first 2 and 3. And because I love the first one so much, and as a kid, this is a lot like the first one. It's the most like the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of a rehash. So I really enjoy this one. We'll save what's the worst for the end.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be 2 different categories, I feel.
Okay.
Because the next film on the list,
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot we have to talk about this one.
the
Oh.
2006. Now, they realized in 2006, like, wait, not January.
January.
June 6th, 2006.
Nice.
Kind of like the first one was 1976.
Yeah.
Like, wait, we could put an Omen movie out on that date and all the posters will be 666 and it'll work and it'll be cool. We'll remake it because it's kind of hard to follow this one up, and also no one really watched this one, and everyone forgot about the other ones, except for a kid named Tony in Northeast Philly.
Yes.
So they remade it,